seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space with the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way.
So for this week's blog, I decided to do something a little bit different. I'm a big fan of certain bloggers' favorites videos where they review their favorite things of the month or the year or what have you. And so I decided I'd go ahead and try that out here and see how you guys liked it. So here are my favorites from 2014. My first favorite is something that I discovered early on in the year that I've been absolutely obsessed with. This beautiful Harney and Sons green tea. First of all, I fell in love with the packaging because it's this beautiful shade of like this pinkish purple. It kind of matches my hair. And I just loved the tin. And then when I saw that it was a coconut green tea, I thought, well, let's try this. I like green tea, so at the very least, even if it's bad, I'll have a beautiful tin. I can't explain it. This flavor is just delicious. It's got like hints of vanilla in it. Yeah. It's green tea with coconut, vanilla, ginger, and lemongrass. And Trader Joe's actually has sort of a knockoff flavor of this that also comes in a tin, but it's loose leaf, which, yes, is more environmentally friendly, and I wish that I liked it as much, but I do like the convenience of having a tea bag. I'm obsessed with it, and I actually go through a tin every 1 to 2 weeks, which is a lot of green tea, but it's so good, guys. I buy mine at Target, but I'm sure that you can find them online as well, because I know that not every Target store carries them. My second favorite of the year also has to do with things in my kitchen. It's actually this really great recipe for energy bites. I got this recipe from a fellow teacher trainee last winter when I went through Core Power's training program, and it's just amazing. I've altered the recipe slightly from her original version, so it's a little more healthy, a little healthier, more vegan friendly. The original version had chocolate chips, which could be hit or miss depending on what chocolate chips you use, and also refined sugar. So mine is refined sugar free. It's a combination of oats, flaxseed, coconut, maple syrup, vanilla, and cacao nibs with a nut butter. And I am just obsessed with it. I actually have had to cut back on making the recipe because I had gotten to the point that I would make an entire batch of these energy bites and eat them within 24 hours. The next thing that I'm obsessed with this year is crystals. This is actually a favorite that I'm returning to because as a child I was actually pretty obsessed with crystals. Whenever we would go to sort of like wilderness parks, I don't know what to call them. Like I think we made a trip to like Daniel Boone County. I just remember going to these places that were very sort of like wilderness, backwoods, nature themed, and I would always gravitate straight for the displays of natural rocks that they had for sale. Then in recent years, since I've started returning more toward spirituality and my sort of innate hippie nature, I've re-embraced crystals. I have 2 really special crystal pieces of jewelry that I love to wear. The first is this one. This is my crystal mala, which is actually my present to myself whenever I passed my Core Power audition. It's a black and white agate. I think I'm saying that right. It's A-G-A-T-E, so I'm assuming that it's pronounced agate, and it's supposed to be very calming, and I really do find like that I'm very soothed by the presence of this stone. And I get tons of compliments on it. It's like multifaceted, so it like shimmers, and then the cord that they've used and tied knots in between is like rainbow colored, so it's got different colors integrated throughout. This is I bought at the Core Power shop. So at any Core Power yoga studio, they carry these crystal malas. Maybe not this exact kind, but they have all kinds of different varieties. With crystals, you kind of want to feel things out, feel the energy for yourself. So like pick things up, try things on, see what it feels like to you. If it feels calming, buy it. That's my first piece of crystal jewelry that I've been obsessed with. The second is this beautiful little piece that I get tons of compliments on. It's a little rose gold and rose quartz bullet necklace. And this is from Etsy seller Kiss the Future. So I know you can find these at several different locations. That just happens to be the seller that I purchased it from, and it's super, super awesome. It's good quality. I love the way that it hangs. It's like the perfect little length. It's about the same length as my mala. Apparently that's my favorite length for necklaces. And I get compliments on it all the time, and rose quartz is supposed to attract more love, both romantic and self-love, into your life. So that was actually my first crystal purchase about 1.5 years ago, when I felt like I needed a little more self-love. And since I've already stood up to show you the necklaces, I actually have my next favorite is Super Love Tees. So Super Love Tees is both on Etsy and at superlovetees.com. They make these great t-shirts with really inspiring, cutesy little sayings. So this says, focus on the good stuff. I also have several others, most of which are in the laundry because I teach yoga and I wear these shirts all the time while I'm teaching. But then there's this one that's I Choose Love. And I love that it's the color of the heart chakra. I love this brand so much that I've become a brand ambassador. I do not get paid to promote them. I just think it's a really great product, and I would love to have more people know about them. So I try to put it out into the universe as much as possible. So superlovetees.com. Just check her out. Really comfortable, really inspiring messages, and just a really great business to support. The next item, it's also very hippie of me with my Super Love teas and my green tea and my crystals. The next item I've been obsessed with this year is sage. I had never burned sage in any home or I'd never burned sage anywhere for any reason until this past year. And whenever I moved into my new space, my new apartment at the beginning of the year, I just felt like that was just such a beautiful little ritual to sort of like claim it as my own. So I got a pack of 2 at like Whole Foods. They're about this size, as this one hasn't burned down very far. And I literally just started burning this one like a month ago. So like one of these little things lasted me the entire year, and I would periodically just go through my apartment with sage. One, it just makes things smell nice. It's almost like my natural air freshener, so I don't have to use any of those chemical sprays. So I'll just wave it around every once in a while if I want to cover up a nasty odor, or if I just want to feel a nice little relaxing energy shift for any reason. It's just a really cool ritual to burn some sage, cleanse the energy. Even if you don't believe it cleanses the energy, the simple ritual of allowing yourself to have that sort of self-care for your home is really powerful. So the next thing I've been obsessed with this year is essential oils. So I finally broke down and purchased the Young Living essential oils about 1 year ago. And I think I just got lavender, peppermint, and lemon. And they've lasted me for so long. And I use the lavender probably the most. So Young Living essential oils. I've also heard that a couple other brands are good. I'll try and look those up and put those in the links below as well. The next thing that I'm obsessed with is actually a new addition to my home. It was a Christmas present that was on my Amazon wish list that my mom got me. And it's the Himalayan salt crystal lamp. So it's just so beautiful, actually. It's just got this nice, beautiful, warm glow to it, and it's got this nice natural shape, but it also supposedly ionizes the air and purifies it. There's something about the light heating up the salt that makes it super healthy for your home and purifies the air and does whatever it's supposed to do. And it's got a dimmer switch so I can have it at different levels, and I'm pretty obsessed with it. The final thing that I have to share with you for my favorites for 2014 is actually a little more mainstream beauty product, what's in my purse type item, and it's the Tarte eyebrow gel. So it comes in this nice little tin with this little application brush and brow comb, which is pretty dirty. Sorry guys, I need to clean that. I love this. I'm a natural blonde, and so my eyebrows are actually super light and they tend to disappear into my skin. And in the past I've dyed them, which they tell you not to do, so I'm not recommending that you dye your eyebrows, but I would be super careful about it and use like root touch-up kits and just put it directly in my eyebrows. So I used to do that, and I started to become worried about the amount of chemicals that I was putting on my skin all the time with this hair dye, because I would have to dye my eyebrows way more often than I would have to dye my hair. And I had tried henna-based dyes and they just wouldn't take in my eyebrows. So anyway, this is my natural alternative to dyeing my brows. And yes, I do have to apply it every day, which is kind of a pain, but it's just super easy. Like, it comes with this angled brush and I just brush it on and then comb it through, and I have these nice little defined eyebrows that don't disappear into my pale skin. If you like this video, if you found it helpful and you want to hear more about the things that I'm loving, feel free to leave your comments below. Maybe even comment on what topic of items you would like me to sort of review for you. I hope that this video has served you well. I'll put all the links to all these products down below, and I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful end to the year, and that you are ready to start 2015 with fresh and positive energy. Like the video? Subscribe for future updates.